Hey, this is Brother Bedford, founder of the Masters of Business Network and Mastermind. I just got off of a training with some very ambitious Black entrepreneurs, and we discussed a myriad of things as we were really talking about this great resignation that a lot of people are talking about. But I wanted to share something with them that I did, and I said, well, let me pop on this video because I'm still energized from the conversation that we were having. Because I wanted to talk about the obstacles that Black entrepreneurs and business owners face that many other communities don't face. And I know that there's someone right now who's watching this video and just saying, you know, Brother Bedford, I don't like this race thing. Business is business, entrepreneurship is entrepreneurship. Yeah, principally, yes, but there's a reality that we face. In fact, the concept of obstacles or challenges in life, that's ingrained in life. There isn't much activity in life or grand achievements without obstacles and difficulties. So we know that that's a principle in life. However, there are just a bunch, and I mean literally hundreds of things that coming up out of 400 plus years of slavery, Jim Crow, and all of these different things that have left us at a tremendous disadvantage when it comes to the principle of entrepreneurship based versus the reality that we face. And I won't go through all of those things. I really don't have time to do that. But I wanted to give us a framework to overcome these obstacles. But to kind of get some of the different obstacles that I'm talking about that Black entrepreneurs face, there's a book written by Professor Devin Robinson. Let me see if you can see that's called 50 Obstacles Black Entrepreneurs Face and How to Overcome Them. He lists 50 here, but I can tell you, there are literally hundreds of psychological, emotional, and social obstacles that Black entrepreneurs face that no other communities, no other business owners or entrepreneurs in the Hispanic, Asian, white community have to face, right? It's just a reality that we have. So I would say pick up Professor Devin Robinson's book to kind of go through those things, the 50 obstacles that Black entrepreneurs face and how to overcome them. But I just want to kind of just give us a quick framework on how to approach these difficulties or these obstacles. Now, my dear friend and mentor, Dr. George C. Frazier, he uses a Stoic quote to talk about obstacles, where he says, whenever God gives you an idea, the next thing that he gives you is an obstacle to overcome, right? So you have the idea, and then there's this obstacle that's placed in your life, and your job and my job is to find a way over it, around it, under it, through it, however, right? And sometimes that's the principle of it, but most of us don't quite, to wrap our minds around that. So I want to kind of give us a framework just to think about real quick on these obstacles and how to approach them. And I'll use that instead of an idea that God gives you. I want to just talk about you creating a vision, a future vision of yourself and your business or the goals and objectives that you're trying to reach. You have to have that vision, and it has to be big. It has to be bright. It has to be measurable. There has to be a deadline to it. There has to be a way for you to look at it and say that this is something that I've accomplished, and now you have a sense of relief. Now, and that sense of relief, again, is only preparing you for the next obstacle, but at least there has to be something that you can measure, a deadline, a vision that you want to accomplish. So that's the first part of the framework. And then, as we pointed out, that Dr. Frazier talks about from the Stoic perspective, is that now you're going to have an obstacle that comes up. But here's what I want you to think about when it comes to the obstacles. The obstacles literally become the material for you to be innovative, to achieve your goal, to come up with the new ideas, the new concepts, the inner workings, or the big breakthroughs to achieve your goals. Again, most of us think about just overcoming the obstacle, but I want you to look at the obstacles now as the material for you to create something bigger, better, brighter, and grander. And now when you do that, now you have an asset that can be used in your business to solve other people's problems, or it could be an innovation that has come from this obstacle that nobody in your industry or category has thought about. So here's what I want you to think about. Again, this framework. So there's the vision, Then there's the obstacle. But I want you to think of the obstacle as the material that now you're going to use. So you transform that obstacle or that material into new data and information to help you transform your life and your business. And now that you have the answers, or you've worked it out, or you figured it out, or you connected with someone else who can help you to transform that obstacle into this new material, now you have to take action on it. You have to move out on it. Then now, once you have this new material, this new data, this new way of thinking, this new process, now you take that and now you prepare yourself for the next obstacle to come, as Dr. Frazier said, because once you get over that obstacle, as he says, you're going to get that a boy and that a girl, but then there's the next vision, right? There's the next challenge. There's the next idea. So my point, that if you prepare yourself, it becomes quite exciting to know that when you have a bigger, grander vision, that there's going to be some challenges and obstacles that come up. But now these obstacles and challenges become the raw material for you to take your life, your business, and your career to a whole nother level, and now provide you with either thinking tools, processes, or relationships that can now become valuable assets that can be used on the next level of your life and career. It becomes kind of profound. In fact, it begins to give you a little bit of energy. Most of us, when we see obstacles, we shrink from them, we run from them, or we do try to get over the obstacle, but then we're just like, and we're just barely over it. I'm telling you to use that obstacle as the stepping stone to the next version of yourself in your life, in your business career. That's what I wanted to say to them. I'm glad I said it to you. Hopefully this is helpful on how to face obstacles as a Black entrepreneur and overcome them. You know, most people say just chew them like vitamins, right? But I'm telling you, use them, transform that material, that obstacle, that difficulty, the dark hours into a new, innovative, creative thinking and a new version of yourself. This is your brother Bedford. Talk to you soon.